Hello students, today we will start a new lesson from grammar, that is sequence of tenses in different contexts of communication. The sequence of tenses. The sequence of tenses is the grammatical principle directing how the tense of the verb in a subordinate, that is a dependent clause, adapts or aligns based on the tense of the verb in the principal or the main clause. Now, we use the tense in reports, daily storytelling, and formal dialogues. Tense break the logical sequence of events. So, it is very vital for mastering reported speech, diary entries, narrative storytelling, and grammar error editing exercises. Now, let's understand the clause relationships. The principal clause, also known as the independent clause or the main clause, it contains the main thought and can stand alone as a sentence. For example, he knew, anchored in the past. Now the next clause is the subordinate clause, also known as the dependent clause. It relies on the principal clause or the main clause to complete its meaning. For example, that she was coming. Now let's discuss about the rules, how we can change the tenses. Rule 1. Past follows past. When sharing a story or reporting a conversation that occurred in the past, the verb must align in past form. If the main verb, for example, is past, the subordinate verb must shift to a past form. If I say, Amit said he is writing a letter. Students, this is wrong. The right sentence will be, Amit said, as it is already given, said, he was. So the subordinate verb also will be in the past tense, that is, was writing a letter. Now move on to the next rule, present and future freedom. When communicating opinions or facts anchored in the present tense, the subordinate clause has the freedom to take any tense required by the logic. So it should be logically correct. He says he likes music. It's in the present tense. He says she liked the movie. It's in the past tense, it's logically correct. She says she will visit us soon. Will visit is in the future tense. So, the subordinate clause has the freedom to take any tense which is logically correct. Similarly, anchoring the main statement in the future tense leaves the subordinate clause completely free to match any relevant timeline. For example, we will believe that you are honest. Are is in the present tense. We will think that you failed the test. Failed is in the past tense. We will assume that you will arrive late. It is in the future tense. So we will take the tense in the subordinate verb which is logically correct and relevant. Reporting universal truth is our next rule. If the subordinate clause expresses a scientific law, geographical fact, universal truth, or established habit, its verb stays strictly in the simple present tense, defying the past main verb. For example, if the principal clause our geography teacher explained is in the past tense that the earth rotates on its axis, so we are taking rotates a simple present tense because it is expressing the geographical fact. Another example, Rohan explained to his friends that he exercises every morning. See, we are using the simple present tense exercises. Why? Because it is expressing the habitual routine action. Move on to the next rule, time and condition clauses. When the main clause points to the future, clauses beginning with when, before, as soon as, after stay in the simple present tense. We will start our exam as soon as the bell rings. Rings is in the simple present tense. In conditional structures with if or unless, if the main outcome is in the future tense, the conditional trigger must use the simple present tense. For example, you will score well if you practice consistently. When the main clause expresses a purpose using so, that, or lest. For example, if the main verb is in the present tense, use may. We eat so that we may. May is in the present tense, leave. If main verb is in the past tense, use might, because might is the past form of may. We ate. Ate is already in the past tense, so that we might leave. Move on to the next rule, imaginary wishes. When communicating unrealistic wishes, hypothetical situations, or imaginary dreams with phrases like I wish, as if only, we shift the subordinate verb into the past tense. For example, I wish that I were a king. He talks as if he knew everything. This shows that the scenario is not real right now, even if we are expressing the wish in the present time. Now let's spot some errors where students often make some mistakes. So, for example, he informed me that he will visit Delhi tomorrow. Can you say it's a correct or an incorrect sentence? Students, this is an incorrect sentence. So what will be the correct sentence? He informed me that he would visit Delhi tomorrow, because informed is already in the past tense, so we will not use will. We will change the will to the past form, that is would. So would visit Delhi. The class teacher said that the earth was round. It is an incorrect sentence. It will be the class teacher said that the earth is round, because it is expressing a universal truth. I will call you when I will reach home. It is absolutely wrong, class students. I will call you when I reach home. Here, adverbial clause of time stays in simple present tense with future main clause. She behaves as though she is my boss. It is wrong. The correct one is she behaves as though she were my boss. Subjunctive unreal situation demands the imaginary past. Now let's conclude with the idea that students, if principal clause starts in the past, keep subordinate clauses in the past to maintain narrative flow. Allow the present freedom. How? Present or future anchors permit subordinate verbs to coordinate past, present, or upcoming events freely. Always state universal laws, geographical realities, and habits in the simple present tense regardless of the main verb. Avoid future double-ups. Never use double future markers in time or conditional clauses. Use only simple present tense instead.